Hi friends, today I am going to talk to you about the roots of financial instability. People go through a lot of insufficiency and a lot of lack. Amongst them, they go through lack of love, the lack of health, the lack of happiness, the lack of joy, the lack of companionship, or the lack of wealth. Amongst all these, the lack of wealth becomes a very painful issue because it is very objective and keeps on influencing our lives from various dimensions. People keep on fighting this lack and make their lives very difficult and miserable only because they are unable to find a tangible solution for this lack. People keep on searching for solutions, but most of the time all the solutions that they seek for are external in nature. In fact, I fail to understand as to why mankind is not able to comprehend this idea that any kind of lack in their lives does not have a solution outside of them, but the roots of all these insufficiencies and all this lack lie within themselves. This has been sufficiently explained to us by the present day researchers on quantum mechanics and quantum psychology, and also have been told by the saint and seers of the past. They have been telling us that if there is anything that not flowing freely in your life, you need to check whether you are creating a block for it within you. But unfortunately, human beings are unable to really look at this phenomenon from a very deeper perspective. They are unable to understand, they are unable to become serious about this phenomenon because they think that the lack which they experience in their external lives is related to their external world. So when we come to think of financial instability, we need to find out whether we are carrying any kind of insecurities in our mind regarding finances per se. We need to find out whether we are fearful, insecure about money. This feeling many a time has its roots either in our childhood or as we grow. But they go so deeply into our subconscious that we fail to realize that we are really insecure or fearful about money deep down in our unconscious. And it is this insecurity which we have encoded in ourselves regarding money that actually stops, blocks and disrupts the flow of money in our life. Because at a deeper level, we are vibrating insecurity. We are vibrating at the frequency of insecurity, and if we look deeply into our lives, we will realize that all these vibrations that are being emitted from us into the entire field of energy are creating influences and interferences in our life. If we are sending out insecurities about money, we are obviously going to attract the similar kind of insecurity. It may be of anything. It may be of health, it may be of wealth, it may be of relationships, it may be of happiness, or any kind of situation that we want to experience in life. If we are vibrating at insecurities, mind you, we are going to experience the same kind of situations in our lives. Mind you friends, this is going to be the ultimate understanding. Though people are not very serious about understanding this phenomenon at this point of time in life, As we go on understanding the mechanics of the universe, we will realize that it is this that creates an invisible shield in our life, which becomes responsible in disrupting the easy flows of health, wealth, or happiness. So if you can manage to dive deep into your unconscious and try to identify whether you are carrying any kind of insecurities about money, then mind you, that is the invisible block that is shielding money to come to flow your way. And in the whole process, I have realized that EFT is one of the easiest and the most instant technique to unblock ourselves of this invisible shield. So if you identify an incident in your past or any time in your life which makes you feel very, very uncomfortable when you think of scarcity of money, then mind you, that is the block that you are carrying. So if you can use EFT by following a very simple protocol wherein you first take that event, take that insecurity and tap on this fleshy part of your hand, saying that this particular incident that I have experienced in life creates a discomfort in me and a sense of insecurity and lack regarding money. It was this particular incident that has created the kind of insecurity that I am still experiencing in my mind. However, I deeply and totally love and accept myself. Friends, if you can tap on this point, just tuning in to this insecurity of yours for 3 times and then make a short statement which just reminds you of this insecurity and start tapping on the other points, a deep shift will start taking place and the block that you are carrying will get dissolved. The other points are in between the eyebrows. When you say that this insecurity, side of the eyes, this insecurity, under the eyes, this insecurity, under the nose, this insecurity, on the chin, this insecurity, on the collarbone, this insecurity, under the arm, this insecurity, and on the head, this insecurity. Just tap once, twice, 3 times and find out whether you feel relieved when you think of the scarcity of money. Just see if you can feel relieved about the emotional charge of insecurity that you are carrying about money. And if you feel relieved, mind you, you are releasing a very important block, an invisible shield that you have implanted around yourself in the form of energy. As you dissolve these blocks, you will realize that the external matrix of the universe will also start aligning accordingly. I really don't know whether people are really ready to understand this. I feel there is no harm trying it out. My only request to you who are watching these videos, who are trying to understand EFT, is to just try it out. Many a time it becomes very weird because we are not used to all these kind of things. But if you really tune in to it, all these things, try it out, experiment with it, you will realize that the change in your internal will create a change in your external life too. That is the reason I feel just try out EFT, try out the techniques, understand it better. There is nothing to lose.